Namaskar friends, keep learning with Export Import Make in India campaign. And what message we get from this picture? We need to understand the wastage from the factory is dissolving in the fresh water. Okay, so how this fresh water is polluted? Nowadays, our life is always seeking for the comfortable life. Mobile, car, washing machine, fridge, beds, and all other things which are manufactured in the factories, and how these factories wastage is polluting our environment. So we need to understand what is the responsibility toward this environment. We need to take the step which can stop such pollutions. Okay, so the objective of this session is need to understand how the factory wastage are polluting the sea water, which is nowadays become very polluted and our human life in danger from this. So we need to understand what are the reason behind that, how these polluted waters impacting the human lives, we need to understand. Okay, so how factory wastage polluted the sea, we also understand this. Okay, so we need to understand the factory industrial waste contribute the marine pollutions. Marines means sea, ocean. Okay, so how this contaminated and wastage, which is coming from the factory and dissolving in the fresh water, how this polluting the sea. So when harmful substances are discharged into river, lake, and ocean, either directly or indirectly, this become the reason of the sea pollutions. Okay, so we can understand just like a agriculture, the sea is also important for the human ecology. Just like the land and farming, managing the ecology of the human's life. The same way, the sea also managing the ecology of the humans by giving the seafood. Okay, so how we can pollute this sea? We need to understand and how we can stop and take the step by which we can stop such pollutions. How it happens? So directly discharge. The factories which release the untreated and partially treated wastage directly into river, okay, are coastal river, okay, which flow into the sea. So that is the reason this wastage dissolve in the sea. Then second, runoff during the rain. The chemical and toxic substances used in the industries wash into water bodies during the rain. Okay, so this will go through the river into the sea, especially when the poorly manage the waste storage. Some factory not manage the properly wastage. Due to this wastage will dissolve in the raining water and through river this will go to the sea. Then leak and spill. Accidentally, the oil, chemicals, and fuel leaks. This from factories and ships and pipeline into the marine ecology. Okay, so we know that in factories there are chemicals and fuel leaks. This will go through the river and dissolve in the sea. In the same way, the ship also discharge some wastage, which some oily and other chemicals released from the ship, and these also dissolve in the water of the sea. Another pipeline. Okay, so pipeline which inside of the sea also leak the some fuel and chemicals, so it also problem for the ecosystem of the marine. Now airborne disposal. Okay, airborne dispositions. Okay, so factory emissions setting into the ocean through acid rain, dust, and contaminated seawater. Okay, when the factory emissions, there are a lot of pollutions released by the factory as a smoke and other dangerous gas. So when rains come, these dirty gases become the acid rain. Okay, and this contaminated water come on the earth, and this will make this will dissolve in the sea. So this is also the reason how this sea is polluting. Okay, so we need to understand the factory which releasing some wastage. You can see on this picture there is very dangerous chemicals are wasting as a form of the wastage is going into the river, and the fresh air, fresh water now become the dirty water. Okay, so what pollutions are released? So heavy, what are the basic reason and where these releases are? Heavy metals, low mercury and cadmiums. These are the reason. Oil and hydrocarbon, dyes and chemical from the textile and factories, plastic and microfiber, industries, sewage and sludge. These are the reason of these pollutions. How the human life impacted by these pollutions? We can understand this is very danger and need to understand. Okay, the impact of the marine on human life. The kills marine life, fish, coral and plantain. Okay, this the creature which live inside of the sea will kills by this wastage. Okay, then cause of biochemicals, toxic liquid in through the food chain. Okay, food chain. When fish eat this biochemicals, biocompetitions chemicals go in the human bodies. Okay, so human harm of human life via seafood consumption. The human life is danger. They can be very very impact in the form of disease. Okay, damage in the fishery and livelihoods. Okay, so this due to this the life of fish in danger. Okay, and this also reduce the oxygen level, cause dead zone. Okay, you can understand how dead zone, how these pollutions and contaminated impact the life of these sea creatures. Okay, so main thing need to understand in the modern youth, in the modern life, we are using the comfortable life and using the comfortable things around us, which are manufactured in the factory, and they cause that manufacturing process they releasing some wastage, which is again for our danger life. Okay, so human himself digging his own grave. So the message from our side to take the step and how we can stop such kind of pollutions and make some innovative step that will help to set up such kind of problems. So guys, thanks for watching this session. Have a nice day.